There's a canal town in western Japan where Edo-era storehouses line the water, and a textile magnate hung Picassos next to the rice warehouses. 3 days gets you feudal canals, one of Japan's three great gardens, and a black castle. The trick is knowing which corners not to cut. I mapped out the whole route in a template. You can grab links in the description. Spring is the move here, cherry blossoms at Korakuen, wisteria blooming at Achi Shrine, and canal weather that actually cooperates. Day 1 stays in Kurashiki, starting at a canal district so pretty it was literally named after its own storehouses. The Bikan Quarter is a row of Edo period storehouses along a willow-lined canal, and it's the reason Kurashiki is on any map at all. The Tokugawa shogunate ran this town directly, because the rice trade was too profitable to trust to local lords. The name means storehouse city. Mooring light off those white plaster walls is genuinely beautiful, and before 10 the stone bridges are still yours. Walk from the station through the covered shopping arcade, it dumps you right at the canal and beats the main road. You walk to the canal, now sit in it, at water level. While a boatman in period dress pulls you past the same storehouses. 6 passengers max, about 20 minutes. Willow branches close enough to brush your shoulder, and the whole district goes quiet from down here. These waterways moved rice barges. Now a guy in a straw hat pushes tourists through them for 700 yen, and somehow that's lovely. Tickets are day only at the Tourist Information Center near the canal, so grab one early and fill the wait with lunch. At the edge of the canal quarter sits a neoclassical building full of Monet, Picasso, and Del Greco. The whiplash is half the point. A textile magnate opened Japan's first Western art museum here in 1930, because nobody told him provincial canal towns don't do that. The permanent collection is Strongo Greco's Annunciation, Pollock, Kandinsky, and the free English audio guide is worth picking up. Skip the satellite galleries if you're pressed for time. The main building is where the collection earns its reputation. Day 2 climbs above the canal, then traces Kurashiki's arc from ancient shrine to cotton mill to raw selvage denim. Above the canal quarter, a 4th century shrine crowns Mount Surugata with a rooftop view, because this hill was sacred before the storehouses were built. The wisteria here is called Achi no Fuji, maybe 500 years old, and in late April the canopy turns the grounds into a purple tunnel. Stone steps through cedar shade, steep but short 5 minutes up, and you've got a panorama most visitors never bother to see. There's a circular zodiac sanctum with all 12 animals carved into it, which is genuinely unusual for a Japanese shrine. Kurashiki's rice money eventually became cotton money, and Ivy Square is where that happened, original Meiji-era spinning mills wrapped in ivy. These aren't replicas, they're the actual factory floors, registered as Heritage of Industrial Modernization. The Courtyard Cafe is a good place to sit with a coffee and let the morning catch up with you warm brick, dappled light. Not much else required. The Kojima Museum inside covers the region's textile and art history, worth a separate ticket if you still have legs. Okayama Prefecture is where Japanese denim was born, and this cluster of boutiques and indigo workshops near the canal is where that heritage hits retail. The region spent centuries on indigo dyeing, then American jeans showed up and they thought, we can do that better. The smell of indigo hits you before you see the shelves walls of raw selvage in every shade of blue, heavy and unwashed. The famous Kojima Jeans Street is a separate location 30 minutes by train. This is the walkable denim cluster near the Bikan Quarter. Day 3 shifts to Okayama for a garden with rice paddies inside it and a black castle staring back across the river. Japan officially calls 3 gardens great, and Korakuen is 1 wide lawns, working rice paddies, tea fields, and a black castle framed across the water. The daimyo built this in 1687 with real rice paddies and tea fields inside, because he wanted to admire farming without doing any. Follow the circular path and don't cut across views are composed from specific vantage points, and the garden is bigger than it looks. It opens at 7:30 and the first hours are nearly empty. Spring mornings give you cherry blossoms and soft light on the castle view. Cross the moon bridge from Korakuen and you're at Crow Castle, black painted, deliberately intimidating, designed to be seen as a pair with the garden. The original went up in 1597, burned in the 1945 air raids, and was rebuilt in concrete in 1966. The interior is modern, elevator included. Ride the elevator to the top and look back down at Korakuen, the garden you just walked, now readable as a single design. The moon bridge is the only original surviving structure, which means you're walking the one piece that actually made it through 400 years. After two major landmarks, this canal park through downtown Okayama is the cool-down walking paths, seasonal flowers, and evening illumination along the water. Okayama gets more clear days than almost anywhere in Japan, and this canal catches the last of that light before the lamps take over. It's a neighborhood walk locals with dogs, couples on evening strolls, the city winding down. Walk it as the sun drops and stay for dinner downtown. It's the right way to close out 3 days here. From feudal rice canals to a garden with real patties in it, this small corner of Japan punches well above its weight. I put the full 3-day route into an editable template with a map view. Grab it from the description or pinned comment. Let me know which stop you'd add or skip drop it in the comments.